With the business set up and the director's details complete, we can now move to the fun part, which is setting up an automated pay run. To do this, we go to payroll settings and then down to pay schedules. You will notice that as part of the business setup, a pay schedule has already been initiated, and this is set up to be monthly. If you want to change the name, you can do so here. And you can also change the frequency. So if your directors are paid quarterly or annually, you can pick the correct option here. As in this case, we have set up Frida with an annual salary that we want to pay on a monthly equal basis. We just need to tick this box here. And whilst there is a couple of options here, generally speaking, employees with this pay schedule as the default is the one you want to use, and the one that we already picked when we set Frida up. So she is already set up with this pay schedule as her default. If we want to add in any payslip messages, we can do so here. And if we were going to run this pay run manually each month, we could then choose our pay run warnings that we wanted to apply. However, in this scenario, we're going to set up an automated pay run, and therefore we'll cover the pay run warning as part of that setup wizard. So we click on here and we can then work through the boxes. I want my first pay run to be created on the 20th of June at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, I could allow this automated pay run to process ad infinitum. However, I know that at the end of the tax year, I'm probably going to have to make some adjustments for the new tax year. So I will just get this to run until the beginning of next April. In this scenario, I'm going to set up the June payroll, and for this client, this means calendar months. So by putting in the pay period end date, the system will automatically go for subsequent pay runs and run till the 31st of July, and then the end of August, end of September, etc. In this case, I want the director to be paid on the 29th of each month. And again, the system will throw that forward month on month, and obviously bring that forward in February, and there's only 28 days. Going forward, I also want to run my pay run every 20th of the month. However, if I'm not in the office on a Saturday or Sunday or a bank holiday, it would be much more useful to me if it automatically ran on the previous working day, and that will ensure that I'm around if any of those warning flags get set and I get an email. This just plays back to me the information about when my next automated pay run is, and I can move on to the next screen. And now we're at the pay run warning screen. The pay run warning screen is a really important part of automated pay runs. If we didn't have any of these ticked, then the system will automatically process the pay run even if there's an error or a bit of missing information. And that means that we will end up with bad information at HMRC, potentially bad information going into our journals, and potentially bad payments going across to our directors. If we have all of these boxes ticked, then we're never going to have a complete year with an automated pay run, if for no other reason than every director has a birthday. As mentioned, if we have none of the warnings ticked, then we're never going to get told if there's any errors in the system. And because of automated tax code updates, that is at least one thing that we would want to see. We might not worry so much about things like the national minimum wage, because we've already said that we're not applying that for this director, and we don't care about the pension changes either. However, we might want to know things like an automatic update to the national insurance category, albeit that as that happens on the 21st birthday, not many directors will be impacted by that. And once we've set up the ones that we want to have, we can then go about notifying our user and selecting that. And this is the email address that any errors will be notified to us and we will be told that the system has paused. It doesn't matter too much if first time round you don't manage to get the perfect match of pay run warnings. It doesn't matter first time round if you don't get the perfect setup on the payroll warnings, because you can always go back in, edit this, add some, take some away to ensure that you get the level of automation that you really want. And sometimes it might be better to have too many set up initially and then bring these down as you grow more confidence in the system. At this stage, you can manually finalize the pay run, and indeed many people do the first couple of runs just to make sure that they have confidence in the system. And all that this will do is mean that each month the pay run will be gathered together, set up, scheduled, and you can then go in, review the data and complete the finalization yourself. But the true benefit of automation is to finalize the pay run immediately. And depending on your setup, you will get a number of options here. In this scenario, I want to export my journals immediately, and I want to submit my FPS to HMRC. However, I don't necessarily want to put the pay slips to the employees because I'm running this early. So I'm going to make the pay slips available on the date they're paid, and I'll set that to 8 o'clock. And I'll also send any notifications to the employees. This screen may vary depending on the setup. If the director has a pension, you will also get a box here to submit their pensions directly to the pension provider. And if you had report packs set up, these could also be automatically sent at this point. Click on next. I can review all the information. If I'm not comfortable with it, I can go back and I can make some changes. In this case, I am, and I'm just going to hit complete. And then to ensure that the automation is finalized, I just need to click save. That is now saved, and then as you can see here, the next scheduled pay run is the 30th of June. If at any point something changes and I want to go in and amend that, or I want to stop it, I can hit the stop button, or I can hit pause, do a complete manual pay run, and then resume in the next pay period. Any adjustments that I make to an individual's record, such as a change in their pay rate that is made before this automation takes place, the system will automatically pick this up. And at the same point, tax code updates and start-stop notices for student loans are also automatically done in the pay run. You don't need to do anything there.